Guys, I really don't think Port Charles is ready for what's coming between May 18 and June 5. And if even half of these leaks turn out to be true, we could be looking at one of the messiest 3-week stretches this show has delivered in a long time. We're talking betrayals, arrests, secret identities getting exposed, a possible death, and one baby party that could completely explode in front of everybody. But let me start with the thing that honestly shocked me the most, Nathan, because I think Lulu is finally waking up. For weeks now, something about Nathan has felt off, and Lulu has clearly been trying to ignore the red flags. But according to what's being hinted at, Lulu may finally discover the truth about who Nathan really is. And if that happens, oh, it changes everything. Now, here's the twist. Nobody's talking about enough. Even if Lulu breaks things off with Nathan, I don't think she can fully destroy him yet. Why? Because Nathan still knows secrets connected to Rocco. Dangerous secrets. The kind that could ruin lives overnight. And honestly, if you ask me, Lulu knows she pushed too hard already. Because Nathan doesn't exactly strike me as somebody who quietly walks away after getting exposed. No way. This man feels like the type who burns the entire room down before losing control. And there's growing speculation that if Lulu humiliates him publicly, Nathan could retaliate by dragging Rocco into a legal nightmare. That's where things get really ugly. But then someone unexpected may return to town and completely blow up Nathan's fake image. And I keep wondering, is this the person who finally proves Nathan isn't who he claims to be? Because there are whispers Joe could step in personally and strip Nathan of that badge. And let's be real here. Once the badge is gone, Nathan's finished. No power, no protection, no more hiding behind authority. And I don't think Nathan survives that fall quietly. Meanwhile, Danny is about to make one of the worst decisions possible. This kid is running straight into danger, thinking he's helping Jason. Danny becomes convinced Sidwell is the reason Jason's life keeps spiraling. So what does he do? He sneaks into Sidwell's castle. Yeah. Horrible idea. And somehow it gets even crazier because Charlotte may end up joining him. 2 kids breaking into Sidwell's territory? Guys, that sounds less like a rescue mission and more like the beginning of a disaster. Especially because Cullum is already hunting Danny. Cullum apparently believes Danny was the one who shot him, and now this man wants revenge. Real revenge. So when Danny gets caught inside that castle, things could turn terrifying fast. And here's the part that genuinely worries me. Sidwell may decide to hand Danny directly over to Cullum. Think about that for a second. A terrified kid trapped inside a castle with 2 dangerous men deciding his fate? That's dark, even for Port Charles. But the person quietly carrying the weight of all this is Britt. And honestly, I think Britt is breaking. Because while everyone else is focused on revenge plots and betrayals, Britt has secretly been trying to protect both Rocco and Danny at the same time. She's trying to keep these kids alive while chaos closes in from every direction. That's too much pressure for anybody, especially somebody battling a serious illness. And here's the heartbreaking part. Britt apparently hasn't been receiving her treatment lately. So now there's growing fear her condition could return at the worst possible time. I hate saying this, but I'm starting to think Britt may not survive her final storyline. Imagine this scenario. Britt helps save Jocelyn. She protects Danny. She sacrifices herself one last time and then collapses before she ever gets the chance to leave town. That feels exactly like the kind of emotional twist this show would pull. Speaking of Jocelyn, her situation is insane. She's still trapped, still desperate, and now rumors suggest she may attempt a prison escape. But she might not have to do it alone because Britt and Lucas could discover where Jocelyn is being held inside the castle. And if those two launch a rescue mission together, oh, I'm seated for that drama already. The problem is, every rescue attempt inside Sidwell's castle seems to create 3 new disasters. So even if Jocelyn gets out alive, somebody else may not. Now let's talk about Curtis, because wow, this man is self-destructing in real time. Curtis completely loses control and attacks Isaiah. And this isn't just some random fight either. Isaiah is one of the main doctors at General Hospital. Patients depend on him. Surgeries depend on him. So when Isaiah gets injured because Curtis exploded emotionally, the consequences spread everywhere. And what makes this even sadder is Curtis may have gotten everything wrong. He became obsessed with the belief Isaiah caused that accident and fled the scene. Then, jealousy started poisoning him too, especially watching Isaiah around Portia. Curtis convinced himself Isaiah was provoking him intentionally. And now, Curtis may lose everything over assumptions. That attack could land him in serious legal trouble right when Portia needs him most. Because Portia goes into labor, and from what's being teased, Curtis may not even be there when his child is born. That's brutal. Can you imagine Portia sitting there alone, angry, hurt, abandoned, while Curtis is tangled up in revenge, violence, and possible criminal charges? I honestly think this changes their relationship permanently. Then comes the baby celebration afterward, and guys, I don't think it stays celebratory for very long. Portia is furious. The tension is boiling. Curtis may try to fix things, but I don't think apologies work anymore at this point. And if secrets start coming out during that party, that whole event could completely fall apart in front of everyone. Now over to Ava, because this woman might quietly be the most dangerous player in town right now. Danny and Charlotte getting caught at Sidwell's castle may actually trace back to Ava. There's speculation Ava notices them sneaking around and alerts Sidwell. Maybe she doesn't realize the danger she's putting them in. Or maybe she absolutely realizes it and just doesn't care enough to stop herself. Honestly, with Ava, both options feel possible. But Ava's storyline gets even messier once Alexis approaches her about Delilah. Alexis wants answers. Ava agrees to help through her art world connections, since Delilah apparently had ties to certain collectors and artists. But somewhere inside this investigation sits another massive secret. Ethan may actually be the father of Delilah's baby. And once Ava discovers that information, oh, she's not handing it over for free. No chance. Ava always plays the long game. She'll hold that secret until it benefits her somehow. Money, leverage, power, protection, something. That woman never moves without calculating the reward first. And finally, Chase, Willow, Michael, and Drew. This storyline is about to detonate. Michael appears ready to expose the affair once and for all. And if he has proof, Chase and Willow are done hiding. But Willow's bigger problem may actually be Drew, because Drew could wake up fully recovered, including regaining movement in his legs. And the healthier Drew becomes, the more dangerous things get for Willow. Because if Drew starts talking, if memories return, if timelines stop matching up, Willow could end up staring directly at prison bars. That's the feeling I'm getting here. Everything is closing in on her at once. Affair exposure. Secrets unraveling. Drew recovering. Michael retaliating. This feels like the beginning of Willow's complete collapse. And honestly, June could end with half this town destroyed emotionally. Nathan may be exposed. Danny could end up trapped with Cullum. Britt may sacrifice herself. Curtis could lose his family. Willow may lose her freedom. And somehow, I still feel like the biggest twist hasn't even happened yet. Because in Port Charles, the real danger usually arrives right after everybody thinks the nightmare is over. Make sure you share, subscribe, follow, and come back for the next video because these next few weeks are looking absolutely explosive. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.